it's Becky Dixon from Becky D Holistics. I have an offering today. I'm geared towards boosting the immune system. So I'm going to ask Reiki Energy to be with us for this session tonight, as well as we're going to do a little bit of the reflex points, as well as talking about nutrition and the immune system. So what I wanted to do to begin today's session is just to start with some essential oils that are particularly good for preventing infections, colds, flus, that sort of thing. I know there's a little bit of fear out there right now regarding viruses and the unknowns with those, and we're going to touch on that a little bit. I don't like to give it too much energy, because what you put energy towards, things will attract to you that way. So what I'd like to do is do more of a protection and keep the vibes high, so that so things just kind of bounce off you and repel off you. So but we are going to just also know that it's realistic that there are germs out there. There's ways of catching different things. So we are touching on how to best protect ourselves. So I just have some essential oils here. I have rosemary, eucalyptus, and tea tree oil, and I'm going to start with putting those into my diffuser so that it just kind of emits through the air during the session. And the intention is that it's for our protection. And this is my little diffuser, and it goes different colors. So sometimes if you see different colors in my videos kind of coming from the top of the shelf, that's what this is. Alright, so now while that's going, I also wanted to start with a little bit of sound. I'm not going to do tuning forks today, although those would be also really beneficial for the high vibes, keeping your body in check and in line, and your chakras all kind of vibrating in a positive light. But I do have one. Oops. I guess it's a little different than what you would consider a tuning fork, but this does similar things. So this one is 128 hertz. So this one's more for stress relief. It just acts just a little bit different than for the chakras in general. It's just a stress reliever chakra hertz. And I also have this soy candle, and I just would like to use that to dedicate the session for your greatest and highest good, that this beautiful energy protects you, surrounds you, and gives you high vibration, and so you can walk around with confidence and have not a fear-based mentality, but a positive vibe mentality, that you're not going to be affected by any sort of viruses out there and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to light the candle. So just ask this candle to dedicate the session for you and me and our highest good. I'm just going to place that over here on that shelf over to the side so that it's burning while we are chit-chatting. And I also wanted to bring in the singing bowl today because we're talking about high vibes, and this is really good for vibrating through your whole system. So with the intention of protection and healing and boosting our immune system. So just ask Reiki energy to be with us during this time, and let the highest good power to envelope us and go to where it needs to go, and to let things flow. And we don't want blockages, we want things to flow, and Reiki to be with us, and I ask it to be with us through time and space. So wherever you are, if you find this video randomly one day on YouTube, or intentionally because you have started to watch these videos, this is going to be effective through time and space, because humans, we have a time reference, but energy doesn't. So right. So I wanted to also touch on, since I'm a nutritionist, I'd like to talk a little bit about nutrition and just lightly touch on it. We're not going to go too in depth, but some vitamins to consider. So what we're putting into our body also is something to consider with keeping high vibe. High vibe foods are foods that have been alive at one point and have kept their vibrancy. So really colorful fruit and vegetables, things that almost you can see intuitively that they still carry a really high vibe. They haven't been picked for a long time. So the more fresh, organic that you can go, the higher the healing and the vibes, and you're gonna get the most nutrient value out of them. So I like as many colorful fruits and vegetables as you can. So citrus, of course, is full of vitamin C, but also leafy greens and things like that. So bell peppers as well. And another vitamin to consider is vitamin D. And I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of times people get sick in the wintertime when our sunlight exposure starts to go down, right? So foods that also carry vitamin D would be mushrooms if they've been set in sunlight, or salmon, because things that have been exposed to sunlight and they absorb the vitamin D themselves, things like that. So also vitamin A is really good for the immune system. So that would be like your orange fruits and vegetables. So zinc is something that we should touch on a little bit. Zinc is something I think that we know after we get sick, like, oh, it does help to suck on zinc lozenges and things like that for a sore throat, but zinc is something that we should keep in mind, that we want to keep topped up throughout the year to help fight infections and viruses. And a good indicator to see if you are zinc deficient is if you actually put a zinc supplement on your tongue, and if it tastes like metal, then you probably have enough. But if it doesn't taste like metal, then you probably need some more zinc in your diet. So when we eat refined foods and sugars, that actually depletes our zinc stores. And a way to see that as well is on our nails, if we have ridges or the white spots on our nails, or sometimes it can be an indicator if our hair is thinning, but that can also be iron. So anyways, just thought I'd mention that. So I have some crystals I wanted to bring in today. The first one I have here is a little piece of bloodstone. Bloodstone is actually really good for the blood and to keep flow going. So if we can keep our blood flow flowing through our bodies optimally, then we're not going to have stagnant energy and we won't get sick as much. So I thought this would be a good one to bring out for today's session. Alright, and another one I thought would be good for this would be Obsidian. So this piece of black obsidian, it's really not my first choice when I go out and look for crystals, but because it's so good at protecting, it's something really good to have in your household. So obsidian's really good at protecting you, but also it's really great at protecting your house, EMF waves, anything that actually can deplete or diminish our natural health. So what this does is kind of neutralizes it, diminishes it. So it's a really good idea to keep a piece of obsidian. Yeah, I keep mine in close to the TV in our house just to kind of neutralize EMFs. Alright, so the next one I have is this piece. Although it's small, it's so pretty. It's Carnelian, and Carnelian is a type of quartz that's interacted with iron to give it the red color. So it's very beneficial for circulation and blood health. And every piece of Carnelian just looks so different and so unique. So if you ever have a chance to go into a crystal store and see all the different ones that they might have, it's really hard to pick just one. So Carnelian is a great one in general for the heart, for overall health, for mood, self-love, so many different things that it's a great one to put in your pocket to carry on for overall benefits. So, but it also is so good for the blood and circulation that I thought this would be really good to keep with us today during this session. Alright, and then I have some citrine, which is just a great overall stone as well. But what I brought it out for today is the high vibes that it gives, positivity. It's really good for the solar plexus, where we digest food. So if we're digesting our food, then we don't have stagnant energy, and things are flowing, and it's really, really pretty to look at as well, and easy to find. So yeah, so I like this one to just kind of keep us in that positive mind frame, sunny and happy, and anything that isn't going to serve our high vibes, we are going to just bounce and reflect, and they aren't going to affect us, right? And the last piece of crystal I have for this video today is this piece of clear quartz. Clear quartz is an amplifier for any other stone or work or intention that you have. So clear quartz, if you put the intention into clear quartz and let it know that you want it to repel or dispel anything that's not going to keep us in our optimal health. So including people. Okay, so it's stressful situations. Say we want our intention to be that this clear quartz is going to amplify our high vibes, our other stones we brought in today's session, but we also want it to deflect and repel anything that is in the negative state or mind frame, and it's really powerful for doing things like that. So clear quartz is great to use, but you need to know how to use it. So you need to make sure that you do put an intention in it if you're going to wear it or put it in your pocket, or it's going to amplify anything that's going on in your life, including the negative things that are happening in your life. So you always want to make sure you intentionally set something with your clear quartz that you are going to use this for staying healthy and happy and healthy and high vibe, and we're going to deflect anything that isn't serving us, and we're going to use it for protection today. So I'm just going to put that with the other crystals so that it's amplifying all of their energies. It's also, while I'm doing some energy work here, going to mention a little bit more. I have, so probiotics are something that can also help. If you keep your gut health happy and healthy, then you're going to keep your whole body healthy. Okay, including your skin. But so some foods with natural probiotics are sauerkraut, kimchi. You can find it in kombucha. Kombucha is not for every single person, even though it's got a lot of attention right now. Tastes good, but it's not for everyone, okay? Miso. So if you're making soups, if you were to look to get some miso to put in your soup, you will have some natural live probiotics as well. So natural germ killers to clean your house would be just your regular white vinegar, hydrogen peroxide. You can use those on their own with some water. You can make a spray of your own. You can add essential oils like lemon. Lemon's really great at keeping your immune system up. So if you were to use like vinegar, water, some lemon essential oil, or eucalyptus, that's how I do it myself. And those are just like natural ways of killing germs without using bleach. That can be quite harmful. So staying away from things such as unnatural perfumes, that, you know, room deodorizers, perfume you wear on your body, fabric softeners that are very perfumey. Those all diminish your immune system. Your immune system, a lot of times, instead of working to be able to keep pathogens away, when you wear quite a bit of perfume, even makeup, hair dye, those type of things, your immune system is busy kind of attacking those pathogens because they're unnatural to your body. So that's the work that your body has to do. because you've kind of self-inflicted yourself, you won't have the energy to dispel or to work at keeping you healthy in other ways, right? So just something to consider. Just be careful with what you allow in, what news you're letting in and affect you. Okay. Look up facts if you're worried. Actually did that with my kids the other day. We just actually asked Alexa, our, Google Home type of machine, just what are the facts? Just educate yourself rather than listening to fear-based propaganda, news that might be getting ratings. Getting a good night's sleep is absolutely your number one resource to staying healthy. Keeping our stress levels down. Laugh. One of the best, literally the best medicine is to laugh. Try to laugh every day. Okay. If you like watching drama on TV, make sure you're laughing too. So maybe put something funny on after. Maybe you read something funny, heartwarming. Watch some animal videos or something like that. So. Give love, keep ourselves elevated mentally and physically. Just giving you a protection bubble around you. Okay, the intention is we're not allowing anything in. It's going to bounce off. Being mindful, and not acting like nothing is possible. I mean, eventually everybody does get sick, even if it's for a couple hours. So we just want to enhance the immune system. So even if we do catch something, you will be able to repel it quickly. It will flow through you quickly and optimally. You are safe. You are loved. You are so healthy. The weather gets nicer, at least in Canada right now. It's a little bit chilly still, but you can do things like grounding yourself outside. Putting your feet in the dewy, wet grass in the morning is really good for the immune system. So there's something else called cold water stepping. So cold water stepping is... you can do this in the shower too. Go from cold to warm, cold to warm on your feet. or splash your face. Or if you are brave, you can do cold shower, then a warm shower, cold shower, warm shower. Right? One of my favorite things to have that's antibacterial, antimicrobial is ginger root tea. It's almost not a day that goes by that I don't have something with fresh ginger in it, but quite often it's ginger root tea. Garlic is another one of my favorites to keep. And I do cook with it, but I also have the little capsules, so it's easier and a higher concentration. Garlic is just amazing for your so many different other health benefits besides when you're sick and things like that. So there's only so much garlic you can eat, right? So I like to take the little capsules, odorless garlic. Has anybody ever taken oil of oregano when they were sick? It's not everybody's favorite thing, but sometimes if it works, you will do it. Anything, right? And you can also get those in a capsule form too. And you can put them in your diffuser, breathe it in. It's really good for the lungs. Alright, so I'm just going to, actually what I'll do today is take your hands and just place my hands on top and just let the energy flow to you through the hand reflexes. In our hand reflexes, we have every organ of our body, kidneys, liver, bladder, just like on the feet. So just give me energy. Back of the head, so you can have a good night's sleep tonight. And down the back, just to reinforce everything down the back. Now I'm just going to bring up the energy from the ground up. It empowers you for the rest of your night, day, whichever, whenever you're watching this. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. I do have a practice in London, Ontario. If you are interested in Reiki or Reflexology or nutrition, I will have my link below. You're welcome to visit me there, or if you need a Skype session, we could do that as well. So yeah, thank you so much. I will see you shortly. The next video will be about the immune system as well, but it will be not chatty. So if that's more your style, or if you just like to have a video where you don't have to listen and the energy is still just flowing to you, that will be the follow-up to this one next week. Alright, so thank you for joining me. I appreciate every like, subscribe. If you have a video that you would like to see, just leave me a comment. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.